Good day to all. This is Mike, Mr. Typhoon Padua, your Senior Typhoon Specialist, returning to our topical weather analysis. This is the special coverage on Typhoons Dolphin and XTD Maymay. This is today, Friday, August 7, 2026, English version, brought to you by Typhoon 2000 and Naga College Foundation. We would like to thank our partners, 𝗗𝗶𝗀𝗶𝗺𝗿, and the local government of Naga City, headed by our Honorable Mayor 𝗗𝗶𝗀𝗿𝗶𝗺 and our Honorable Vice Mayor 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗿𝗶𝗺𝗏. So let's begin now with our update. The last time we are on air was during our last recording. There's a tropical cyclone named Maymay, which made landfall, which is expected to make landfall over northern Luzon. So it did make landfall, and right now, to give you an idea of where it passed. But first, we are going to show to you the latest on the Western Pacific, and we have multiple tropical systems right now, which is a start of the ongoing, actually it's just the beginning of a monsoon gyre. I'm going to explain what's a gyre means later, or GYRE. And this is a special synoptic feature of the Western Pacific during the time of the Southwest Monsoon or Habagat season. And we're in multiple tropical cyclones forms with a very large low pressure system along its periphery. So right now we have only one tropical cyclone, Dolphin, which is moving towards eastern China. It has passed very close to Okinawa, or made landfall over northern Okinawa with winds of 160 kph. It was upgraded into category 2, and Kujira, which was once Maymay, is just a low pressure system. It has degenerated into an LPA after crossing northern Luzon, and right now it's moving into the flow of the Southwest Monsoon into LPA 98W. This is another LPA which formed just north of Guam, and we're also keeping an eye on this system. And we have here the tropical storm which formed yesterday. It was upgraded by Japan Meteorological Agency as Chan-hom and JTWC as 96W, but right now it's only one system, and JTWC already upgraded it just this afternoon. And we have another system here over the Gulf of Tonkin. This is quite a common feature during the time of the Habagat season between August and September, wherein very small systems formed here. Forms here, and then it affects a small area of Vietnam and Hainan. So it is likely to develop as well, but most of the models doesn't see it. Maybe it's a very small system, so JTWC upgraded it into medium chance. So Dolphin, just like I said, is expected to move towards the west, make landfall here. And then we have here Chan-hom, which is expected until Tuesday to move towards the northwest, make landfall over the area of northern Honshu. And then we have another one here, 98W, expected to move, follow the path of Chan-hom. Remnants of Kujira also following the path of 98W. And so it looks like it's moving on a counterclockwise loop. And that's what I said. We are now moving into a development of a monsoon gyre. If this is the center point of that monsoon gyre, most of the tropical systems or convection are on the periphery, and that's where we get multiple circulation to form. And right now it's on the east, south, and west of this monsoon gyre forming. And it spans up to 2,500 to 3,000 kilometers across. And based on what we are seeing on the computer models, this will persist for the next 2 weeks, okay, up to August 21. So we'll observe this for the Philippines. There's not a problem. We'll just observe it, looking from the Philippines, okay. The problem over our country is the Southwest Monsoon, because it will enhance the Southwest Monsoon across the country if more tropical cyclones form to the south of Japan, although it's quite far compared to tropical systems forming here in the vicinity of Okinawa, Taiwan, and southern China. That's where the southwest monsoon becomes more stronger and affects the western sections of our country. So let's look at the latest fast animation from the University of Wisconsin Tropical Cyclone page. So this is dolphin. It looks like it made a it looks like it made a southerly jag towards northern Okinawa, and then it's again moving towards the west-northwest. So here's the southwest monsoon, on and off rainfall across the western sections of central and southern Luzon, including Mimaropa and western Visayas. And here's the remnants. So these are the remnants of Maymay. And this is another low pressure system, 98W. And here's Chan-hom as a tropical storm. And there might be another one here, but still a question mark. And then here's a dolphin moving towards the west. Okay, so those are the weather systems right now. And we forgot this one. This is 97W. Okay, let's proceed. Here's the zoom in satellite loop on the post track of tropical storm Maymay. So let's begin Wednesday afternoon. Then it made landfall here in the morning of Thursday. So the system Maymay made landfall here Thursday morning and then move out over the east of Palanan, east of Isabela. And then it's just a low pressure system here and it's moving towards this direction. So that's the forecast, the post track of Maymay. And then here's the current satellite loop as of this time. We have a long surge of the southwest monsoon, more clouds, more rain bands moving across the western sections of the country, but it's more in a scattered fashion. So there are areas with heavy rainfall. So please take all necessary precautions. Okay, and if we move out this satellite loop, you can see here dolphin moving away from Okinawa in the general direction of eastern China. Most likely it will make landfall here near Wenzhou within the next 72 hours. Okay, and then here's the remnants of Maymay and the LPA 98W here. So this kind of monsoonal weather will continue throughout the weekend here in our country. Now let's take a look at the radar loop of dolphin. So during this morning, we thought that it will move across Yurun, okay, and south of the Amami Islands, but take a look, between 7 a.m. it made a southward jog. Ooh. Maybe because of a fluctuating strengthening of the high pressure ridge up north. So the system made a southwest jog. So it made this way. This is the track. The storm made it this way and then okay. So that's what the storm did. The typhoon did. It moved on a southwest track and then moved back towards the northwest. Look at that. So that's the mosaic of the Japanese radar. So that's what the Typhoon Dolphin did. So there are reports here of winds of 160 kph, gustiness, and atmospheric pressure of 955 or less. So it's really on the gun that these readings of observation were recorded. And here's the track of all Asian agencies. And then it is expected to make landfall over eastern China within the next 72 hours. So yeah, that will be Sunday afternoon or evening. It will make landfall here, and that will be the final landfall until the system will dissipate. Now here's the track of the Joint Typhoon Warning Center. The system is still displaying a 1,200 kilometers diameter, 55 kph wind speeds. Okay, so it is expected that once it makes landfall over eastern China, the wind speeds will drop to 120 kph, category 1, since it is moving over cooler sea surface temperatures and lesser oceanic heat content. Now let's take a look at Chan-hom. So Chan-hom is expected to make landfall or move towards northern Japan, but the uncertainty is still high. But based on the 5-day forecast, it will make landfall somewhere over northern Honshu, or maybe here over Hokkaido. It depends on the track within the next 4 to 5 days. So it will remain as a tropical storm throughout its lifetime due to cooler sea surface temperature or not so good environment of the Western Pacific here. Okay, and here's the multi-tracks. Now let's take a look at the latest on the what do you call this? The forecast models. This is the ECMWF, and right now here's Dolphin, and for the next 5 days the southwest monsoon will still continue across the western sections of the country until maybe Monday or Tuesday. Once the system or Dolphin makes landfall over China, it will rapidly dissipate into a low pressure system, and then the southwest monsoon will also weaken a bit. But because of the ongoing monsoon gyre over the Western Pacific, we expect more multiple tropical cyclones to form in a span of 2 weeks, beginning next week. And right now, as you can see it here, when we say monsoon gyre, the center point of that low atmospheric pressure is here. And then you can see that the area of this monsoon gyre is spanning up to 2,500 to 3,000 kilometers across, and within this periphery here there might be a tropical cyclone formation that is expected to form. But right now we have example. This is the low pressure system 98W. Okay, or most likely this is the remnants of Maymay, and then there's another one here. Gonna remove this, so you're going to see how it works along its periphery. So on Wednesday, we begin on Saturday. Okay, so there's the storm Dolphin. Here's Maymay, and here's 98W, and here's Chan-hom. On Sunday, Chan-hom will move on a west-northwest, and here's the 98W and remnants of Maymay. And then 98W is beginning to weaken. And then here's the remnants of Maymay. It looks like it could develop. Here's Chan-hom. And then on Tuesday, it will make landfall here over northern Honshu, Chan-hom. And then there's another multiple vortices to form on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, there's another one here, tropical storm. This was the remnants of Maymay. And here's tropical cyclone Chan-hom, and the remnants of Dolphin, which is quasi-stationary over mainland China. So here we go. So there might be multiple vortices that is expected to form. So that's how it works. The monsoon gyre, and that system will make landfall again on southern Japan. Here's two more systems. There's another one here forming over the over the east Philippine Sea. And there you go, another tropical cyclone on the 16th. Then it's going to move towards the northwest. So that's the scenario of the monsoon gyre, and then it will start to go down back to normal. Here's, it will break down and it will return to normal. There's another system here that will form south of Hong Kong, and another LPA here near northern Luzon. So there might be back-to-back tropical cyclone formation for the next 2 weeks until August 22. So it's gonna be a busy weeks ahead. Now, let's move on to the next slide. So just like I said, the monsoon gyre is a massive, roughly 2,500 kilometer wide low-level cyclonic circulation pattern in the western North Pacific. It features a quasi-circular ring of strong westerly winds on the southern flank, east to the north. So on the periphery, there might be tropical cyclones circulating within that very large circle. And this is an example of that. This is the center point of that gyre. And you have here Morakot. Okay, this is just an example. And we have here Etao. And we have here Goni. So this is how the monsoon gyre works. Okay, so southwest monsoon here. So that's it. That's a special feature of the Western Pacific. Now for the rainfall accumulation forecast, it looks like on enough rainfall will still continue across the western sections of the country, where in some areas it could reach up to 100 millimeters, some 50 or 30 millimeters. But again, the accuracy of this forecast, it remains at 50% to 60% because of that's how the rain model works. It's not good when it comes to the time when we have the southwest monsoon. Okay, and then for the next 3 days, it will start to weaken once Typhoon Dolphin weakens or dissipates over mainland China. Okay, so that's the scenario of the southwest monsoon. And for the ensemble of the ECMWF, we have here a dolphin moving towards eastern China. And we have here tropical low pressure 97W. And here is LPA 98W, or the remnants of Maymay. And we have here tropical storm Chan-hom, and there are still more here, but this is the much focus features of the ECMWF ensemble. Now let's take a look at the Google DeepMind. So this is the Google DeepMind, and it shows here the location of dolphin, and we have here Chan-hom and Invest 97W, and if we move this slider, shows here it's either the remnants of Maymay or another system, 98W. It's very hard to depict as of this time. So both of these two cyclones will make landfall, one over eastern China and the other one over northern Japan. For the Philippines, we don't have any. It's more of a tropical cyclone formation here within the monsoon gyre. So again, this is the monsoon gyre. I'm gonna put it this one. So we put it here, the monsoon gyre, and then along its periphery are these systems. So there might be for 1, 2, 3, more tropical cyclones forming along that periphery, which they will move on a look at this, see, counterclockwise circulation. And between August 18 to 22nd, there will be more tropical cyclone formation. So let's observe that. And so far, none of them are going to make landfall over our country. Now let's take a look at the wave forecast. So for the next 5 days, we expect still wave heights of up to 3 meters across the east and west Philippine Sea, and up to 2 meters over the central waters of our country because of the ongoing wet phase of the modern oscillation, which is expected to give more waves across these areas. It's not suitable for sea vessels and fishing activities. Okay, so so far that's the latest on the wave heights. As for the global tropics hazards outlook, week 2, there's still a more than 60% of the tropical cyclone formation because of the ongoing wet phase of the modern oscillation, because of the still the existing of the monsoon gyre. And then on August 19 to 25, still for tropical cyclone formation of more than 40% is likely here over east of the country, but the third week is highly uncertain as of this time. For the PAGASA tropical cyclone TC threat potential, for week 1, August 6 to 12, we have here the existing dolphin, Maymay here, which has just weakened into low pressure system, and here's Chan-hom. And on week 2, August 13 to 19, there might be another one forming here, but it's outside of the Philippine area of responsibility, not a problem to our country. Okay, so that ends our update for today. We will see you again this weekend or early next week. This is your host, Mike, Mr. Typhoon Padua. Thank you so much for watching our channel. Take care. Have a great weekend ahead, and thank you again. God bless to all.